Folks, good evening. How's everybody doing? Spoiler alert, but man, I won't say the result, but we just saw a cracking game between the Crusaders and the Hurricanes. Goodness me. What an epic battle that one was. But, yeah, Chiefs and Blues. Hopefully it's a good result from the boys up this way. But, yeah, going to be tough. Gonna be tough. Randy, man, good to see you along. How's it going? Junaid, mate, is here. Hoping Artie doesn't get into trouble for his post-match interview. I only caught the end of it, but he said, I heard the line, he doesn't want to be... What did he say? Like... I can't remember what word he used, but he just wants kind of a higher standard. Victoria, how's it going? Darmundi's along. How's it going, man? Hydra. How is everybody doing? Who have you got for this one, folks? Blues or Chiefs? I'm not sure if we'll have Novmum along today because she's down in Hamilton. She may well be at the game, but we will see. I'll give people a time check when we get kickoff. I haven't quite had that yet. But anyway, cheers for coming along. Good to see you all. And hopefully this is going to be a good one. 64% according to the pre-match predictor for the Chiefs. Jamie, man, good to see you. Randy says, let's go Blues. I can concur with that one. Sinead's got the Blues by 3. I would take it. I would take that for sure. Hydra's got the Blues. Man, lots of people backing the Blues to do the double. Bryn Gatland is just kicking it off right about now. And they're bringing the clock onto the screen. I'm at 10 seconds as of right now, folks. Junaid's already at 30 seconds. Goodness me, you're miles ahead. Streaming is always behind. They mentioned there was a Blues late change, but I missed who it was. Was it Sam Nock to start ahead of Christie or what? Blues can go first with a bonus point win, Adam. I think I'll just take any win. Bonus point doesn't seem realistic, but good to know. Certainly good to know. Hope you're well, mate. Darmundi's looking around the Stan Club Rugby list and just noticed they've picked up Western Australia's premier club competition. Stan, honestly, man, seem to be doing it right over your way. They seem to be doing the rugby justice, which is very good news. Oh, the Blues have just chucked it into touch. We are at 1 minute and 15 seconds now. $45 seconds difference. We can handle that. Should be a close one, Jamie. Yeah, I think I picked it to be a single score one, but I'm pretty sure I picked the Chiefs. I'm surprised we haven't seen Alaran yet because he is a big-time Chiefs fan. I'm at 1 minute and 40 seconds, Hydra, mate, so potentially behind most of you guys who are watching via aerial rather than streaming. Oh, there's Alaran. Speak of the devil. Dime, mate. I am good. Alaran's got the Chiefs by 3. I'm at 2 minutes right now for people asking for the old time check. Go Chiefs from an Auckland to Dime. What are you doing to me, man? Don't say that. James, man, good evening. Jack, man, good morning. We are doing fine. This game is a couple of minutes in. Nothing really doing thus far. Alaran's good and hoping for a mighty win. For the Blues, I would concur. Hopefully, but either way. Alad, mate, good evening, man. Everybody's piling in. As we settle down for scrum time, 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Randy can't wait for international rugby. We are still a little way away from international rugby unless you're interested in the women's Six Nations, which is currently on. Next weekend, I think next weekend they're on a break, but whenever England play France, that'll be, if you are going to test yourself with women's rugby, that's the one to watch. That's the two big guns right now. But yeah, otherwise we've got to wait till like June, July, right? I'm a Waikato boy in Manukau. Come on, man. Get behind the Blues. Uh-oh. Nah, there's been a knock-on in the build-up. Ellard, mate, that's the spirit. He says, come on, the mighty Blues. That's what we like to hear. That's what I was thinking, Christy out, Elaran. I heard them as I was setting the computer up saying, Blues, blah, 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 late change. I'm assuming it's Christy because Knock wasn't supposed to be starting. Ellard's going to put a bet on the 60th minute. 15 Crusaders enter the pitch and steal the win. Nice. Nice. What year's jersey is this, Junaid? I think it's 99, but I could be wrong. Third division for European rugby over the next couple of weeks. That's also good, Simon. You're always up with the play on the rugby scene. Come on, Blues, go! Oh, he needed to let it go. But I guess we hold on. Come on, boys, quick ball. Ratsumai Tavuki Neepkins is a hell of a name for the commentators to get through. Like 6 syllables just in the first barrel alone. Sam Knox underrated, Randy. Yeah, he's been quietly pretty solid for a couple of years now, eh? Blues v Chiefs is the greatest Kiwi rivalry. Back for the advantage. What do the Blues do here? Up for 3. Jack's got the Blues for the win. Good man, Jack, but it's going to be tough. We don't have a particularly good record down in Hamilton, I think. We tend to struggle. Heem wasn't looking for the pass, but I think Tia had him covered anyway, so maybe it was a good call to keep ball in hand. ALB is injured. What? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's just popped up on my screen. He's wincing pretty bad. Alaram, what's happened to your boy? Another double barrel, man. Damn, ALB's already off. Tupai is a good replacement. Man, that sucks. The last win was when I was there. Bloody hell, you got a better memory than me, Elaran, honestly. Remind me to tell you about my grumpy neighbour later, Elaran. I know you love my stories. My grumpy neighbour. Ellard knows because I was talking to Ellard the other day on Twitter. But, yeah. My neighbour be grumpy. Good man. First points of the game go the way of the Blues. Let's update the score. Blues 3. Happy days. You live for my stories. I know. I know, right? Interestingly, her bin is still out on the street, uncollected after 2 days. So, if I wanted to mess with her bin, I could mess with her bin. ALB, World Cup hopes just took a dive. I think the coach is like ALB. He'll come back. He'll be right. He doesn't look in as much pain now. Might have been a particularly bad stinger or a fracture maybe. Oh man. The Chiefs looked like that was their throw. They were so confident. The Blues were faking them out and the Chiefs never looked like buying anything. Dime reckons it's a broken wrist. You'll know better than me, bro. Randy says Blues by 17. Bloody hell, man. Put some money on it. Wrist looks buggered. Well, Ellen's a medical professional, so he'll know. I was too busy looking at his arm and his face. Oh, what a pass to Romano. Come on, Blues. I've lined up Gazza with a halftime report, by the way, folks, so I may be limited in my time I can complain about my neighbour. Possible dislocated shoulder. Okay. No idea. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happened here? Dangerous tackle. What are we looking at? Can't do much about the face. I was just looking because when he was on the ground, he was wincing in like excruciating pain, and then when he came off, he seemed to be a little more chilled. Going TMO. Lee White says, Chiefs, 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 Chiefs. Maybe in a bit of trouble here, mate. Ooh, that's beyond the horizontal. Past the horizontal, the ref has just said it. Indeed. Yeah, it's going to be yellow. Not red because he's not on his head. ALB off and a yellow card to Boshier, which is about to be given. And Levi says neck minute. Yeah, I know, right? What do the Blues do here? Opt for another 3 or try to punish them? They'll go for the 3. I'm ahead of Ellard somehow. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Paul Williams is speaking really quietly today. Maybe he figures if he speaks quietly, they'll speak quietly to him. Oh, now they are going for a touch. Woo-hoo. Gonna punish the yellow, maybe. Or muck up the line out. What do we reckon? Here we go. Come on, Blues. Get that maul gone. Chiefs don't contest, but it's too big. Oh, man, that's not what the plan was. They've still retained the ball, but there goes the idea of the maul. Do it the hard way. Blues have got advantage. They can do something magic here. Oh, no. Chiefs pinched it. So go back for the penalty. Do they go for the maul again? Maul again. Scrum this time. Scrum time. Can't a girl get some time to roll out of bed, Victoria? No. No. Get out of bed and put your game on. Priorities. They haven't even set the scrum on my one yet, Laurent. We're still looking at Bodie. Looking at the stats, position and territory. Time in opposition 22. Chiefs 1 second. New Zealand sides are pretty evenly matched, Junaid. You are correct. I mean, just look at the Hurricanes and the Crusaders. If you haven't seen it, I won't say the result, but it was close. It was very close. Flesh and mate, good morning, sir. How are you doing? Up in the sunny UK. Right, we're finally getting the scrum to set. Still 8 minutes left on the yellow card for the Chiefs. Come on, Blues. We're going to go again, which is always the killer thing with going for the scrum and the yellow card, is that when you get the inevitable reset, there's gone 1 minute of your advantage. I would love to see New Zealand Super Rugby tour of the top 14 or Premiership teams. It'd be fascinating, Victoria, to see how they would compare. All the URC teams, eh? Yeah. Blues get a scrum penalty. It's just more yellow card time wasted here. What do we do? Go again. Go again. Go again. What does Ellard say? Looks like a nice day. Too scared to open up the curtains. Okay. Because you can't go anywhere? Gotta stay home? Like James? A few people in isolation. And yes, Junaid's right. I'm 45 seconds behind many of you. I am at 12:45. So they're still setting this third attempt at a scrum, which has already taken 4 minutes of this yellow card. Not quite. Blindside Bodie. Nah, he's not getting through there. Come on, quick ball. Chiefs defense is good. Knock goes blindside again. Satuta's going to go in a touch. Brilliant defense. That's what Tony Johnson just said. Leeway, will there be a red card tonight? Nah, no red cards tonight. So one-eyed tonight, Alaran. Sorry, man. I really want the Blues to win because there's a lack of belief. The Blues need to get it done. Interestingly, I won't spoil the result, but I had some money on the last game as well. Not much, but I won a free bet from the TAB, so I put that on the last game. So I was getting a bit one-eyed in that game as well because I had money on the line. Kind of money, free TAB money anyway. Come on, Blues! Go to Leah. There's like 4 Chiefs coming across. Get his knee on the ground or it's going to be a maul. Let him go, Chiefs boys. Come on. To be fair, Alaran, that defensive play to put Satutu in touch was fire. Blues have got advantage again. Chiefs defense is marking up really well. You wouldn't know they've got a man down if you didn't see it up on the top left of the screen. Oh, Robinson. He got it over his head. Over his head. Because he hit the post. The padding on the post anyway. Bloody hell. Wow. Happy days. You'll be free soon enough, Allard. Just keep your eyes on the Blues and know that you are witnessing beauty, albeit on your TV or laptop or phone or however you're watching it. It's still early days. It was a good try, wasn't it? There we go. Happy days. Aileron, let me enjoy the happiness before the inevitable Blues implosion comes. It's 10-0. 7 points during the yellow card, which is all right. Any shot for Robinson in the black jersey? I don't think they rate him, eh? Yeah. He's the kind of guy that if he was in Australia, he would have gone overseas by now. Or this would have been the year that if he doesn't make it, he would leave. Like Angus Scott Young. Chiefs had just kicked it out on the full from the restart. What was I saying? Yeah, Angus Scott Young's just left. Well, he's at the end of the season, he's leaving. Salakai Loto's out of the Wallabies for like a couple of months, and he's like, bugger this, I'm leaving. That's been kind of frustrating, actually. Victoria's got a coffee, good stuff. Aileron, man, what's going on? Honestly, Aileron, there's going to be an implosion. This ain't the Blues if there's no implosion, so it's coming. Still got 60 minutes worth to get that implosion in. Every game thus far, I think apart from the Moana Pacific games, the Blues have been within a score of the opposition team at the end. Even if they had a lead, the lead inevitably disappears. Go, Rico. Bloody hell, he's quick at the moment, isn't he? He's fully got his gas back, eh? The Blues seem to have that rare implosion. Yeah, I wish it was rare. It's regular. It's a bit slow. Oh, we've knocked it on. There we go. That'll pretty much be the end of the yellow. It'll be in the dying minutes of the game because that's when you tend to throw it. Yeah, it's when it's most brutal. Did they mention any of the crowd attendance numbers? I haven't seen anything. They haven't been... Well, actually, you're right. The last few weeks they have been mentioning it before kickoff. But I haven't heard them mention anything. It looks pretty decent though, yeah. Good exit for the Chiefs, and that'll be back to 15 on 15. So that's a pretty satisfactory yellow card period for the Blues. Score 7 points. Chiefs may be happy with that because they could have conceded more. Minutes in. Oh, it's a 2-2. Oh, and they've conceded a penalty. Satutu's not really been able to impose himself on the carry, eh? He's getting stopped. It's all that Ben and Jerry's he was eating the other day when I saw him at the mall. Hoskins, the Ben and Jerry's ice cream has slowed you down, mate. That's alright, he was having a week off. He's allowed to have some ice cream. Oh, Craig, man, I missed you. How's it going? The mid-strength beers are good. My Blues are up by 10 points. Still early days, but happy times. Richie wasn't great today, says Junaid. He's not been able to carve teams up like recent years. He did have a few half breaks, but he used to be able to get kind of full breaks, old Richie Monger. Chiefs haven't had an opportunity to attack, says Allard. Well, they might be going to get it now. Because they are well down the Blues end of the field. Some tip passes. Tupai's gone close. 5 meters out. Weber passes it from his backside. One-handed tip pass from the Chiefs. This is bonkers. It's high intensity. It is a trivia beer, Allard. We do have some trivia. And the Blues win a penalty. Johan, mate, how's it going? Let me have a look at this trivia question. This is one I did not know the answer to. Didn't look on Wikipedia. Some of the games attended where the Brumbies last week had 13,000. That's up for the Brumbies. They're usually around about 10, often just below 7, 8, 9. The intrigue. Yes. Oh, well, seeing as it's a break and play, it's a pretty straightforward trivia question. I'll save my moan about my neighbour for later. Between the two New Zealand islands, North Island and South Island, which one has the longer coastline? That's the trivia. Quickly, get your answers in. North or south? North or south? Aileron says north. Victoria says north. Alan says south. Sinead says north. The ones who said north are right. Aileron, Victoria, Sinead, Jamie, Johan, you guys all got it right. I thought it would have been south because the south's bigger, but I guess the north has more bends in it. I don't know. I passed geography at school, believe it or not. Kakinen, mate, how's it going? Where's half of your team to play Exeter? They're all injured. Most of the New Zealand games don't have the attendances on Wikipedia, Simon. Yeah. New Zealand Rugby deliberately hides that data when it doesn't look magnificent. They reckon they can't get the data from the stadiums, which is a whole lot of baloney. Impressed by Josh Lord, the says James, mate. Yeah, he's been really good. Gazza said the same thing, actually. Injured and a few overrated players that are past that you're not confident of a Munster win. Lower longitude in the north, so south looks longer than it actually is on a map, like Greenland, for example. Right, so that's that same thing about how Africa always looks really small, but it's actually massive. Like, not small, Africa doesn't look small, but Africa doesn't look as big as it is in comparison to some of the other continents. And yeah, I need to get Spates to sponsor me at some point. I drink enough of their beer. Although I've been back on the Chinese hard stuff recently, actually. I finished off my bottle. I should have saved some to have tonight. But, yeah, I've been drinking the old Baijiu. Go, Bodie! With the dummy. Nobody's buying it, mate. Blues get the penalty. The Bends do it. Norway has more coastline than Russia. I do seem to remember something about that. There's a few facts like that where bendy countries get more coastline as well. Countries near the equator are bigger in actuality. Right, makes sense. I've heard these things before. I'm not the smartest guy, but I know a few things. But I didn't know the specifics of that, but I've heard that before. Chinese liquor is a must, Sammy, mate. Yeah, man. I need to get myself another bottle, but they don't sell it where I live, so I need to travel to a suburb with a higher Chinese contingent population to be able to buy that alcohol or buy it online. The ruck's been a great battle. You're right, James, man. It's been very physical. Both sides trying to clean each other off has been a real arm wrestle. We are almost 27 minutes into this one. Chiefs are leaving the Blues alone at line-out time. Oh, Barrett's pass is too big. Straight into touch. And the cowbells start a dinging. Beast calls it a trash pass. You're not far wrong, mate. Munster have zero passion and no desire at the moment, Kakita, mate. Well, if I can be completely honest with you, mate, I hope your boys lose. But only because of personal financial gain. I won a free bet from our local bookies, and I put it on a five game multi-bet, and one of the bets is Exeter to beat Munster. So Munster would be doing me a favour if they could lose. But I don't care if they lose by 1 or by 10. One will do. Or 20. Doesn't matter. But, yes. I'm 2 games in, and both games have gone the way I predicted, so might be going to win $48 if my multi comes in. The cheeky thing about those free bets that the bookies give you over here is you only get to win the profit, so they make you bet on higher risk stuff. Anyway, stop talking about gambling, Mark. Yes, nice food. The Blues are going to opt for 3. They got a penalty in very kickable territory, so let's go. There we go. Come on. You can do it, Stephen. Good man. Like, you guys in Munster go dead quiet for your goal kicks. In the Waikato, they ring cowbells. It's 13-0. I'll update the score. Oh, Alaround picked the Rebels. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I think I only picked the Force by 1 because I was lacking confidence in them. Sinead's asking if anyone's watching on Sky New Zealand's feed. I'm streaming it and the feed is fine. There's no weather issues, so I don't know. Remember the Bulls? Oh, back in those days, Johan, mate, they were a proper powerhouse. Nobody wanted to go to Pretoria back in those days. Is cowbells for everyone or just opposing kickers? Cowbells, I think, are both in support of the team and also against the opposition team. Yeah, so you cowbell to put the opposition kicker off. You also cowbell when your team does well to support them. So, more cowbell, basically. And Jamie says cowbells for everything. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it. I think they don't do cowbell when their own kicker is lining up a shot. Another Chiefs injury. What? Ray Hunter, that's a famous rugby name, that one. Watch the Leinster and Connacht game. Connacht have more attack and more impact than Munster have had all game. You can clearly see what happens when you keep the ball and not kick it away. Honestly, Connacht are such a fun team to watch, man. Connacht just chuck the ball around like mad. They are certainly an entertaining team to watch. Ellen, mate, what have you said there? End of the game, I'll pay the points difference for the Blues. So if the Chiefs win, I owe you one. Goodness gracious me. Cheers, man. Appreciate that. Generous chap as always. I'll buy some alcohol with that. I'm running low. I need to do a bottle run. I'll get a spirit, Ella. Do you want me to? What spirits would you like me to drink? Whiskey, bourbon, vodka, rum. Like what's your poison? I haven't had spirits for yonks, apart from the Chinese spirits, which is different. Cowbell equals Vuvuzela, both damn annoying. Alaran, hush, man. You're a Chiefs fan. You're not supposed to say that. Vodka and OJ or Red Bull. Man, I haven't had vodka since I was probably 21. So that will be interesting if I get myself some vodka. But I'll get some vodka. I'll put it on the list. I remember going to a party as a young man, drinking a lot of vodka and swearing that I would never drink vodka again. That didn't mean I stopped drinking. I just drank other spirits. You know how if you've been sick and you smell something and it reminds you of that time when you were sick? The vodka was doing that to me, so I just stopped drinking it. But I think I'll be fine now because it's been so long. It's been years. It's been years. Oh, April 2, kia ora, man. How's it going? It's been going good from a Blues point of view. I think Chiefs will be frustrated with the amount of penalties they've been given away. As James said, the breakdown's been really physical. Yeah, the Blues have had the better of the game thus far, but the Chiefs did have a yellow card during which the Blues scored a try. So there's your 20-second summary. Old man Willie boy, I can't drink grain alcohol. You usually end up in the cells. Fair enough. Contro for you. Ellen, I guess everyone's got that drink. Everyone's got that drink. Victoria loves a good gin and tonic. Do you know, Victoria, I've never had gin ever. I don't think I've ever tried gin. Literally. I've never tried gin. Most of the standard drinks, you know, rum, whiskey, bourbon, tequila, vodka. Standard spirits, I think I've tried. But gin is a kind of a standard. It always just seemed like an old lady's drink. Because I think most of my aunts or great aunts used to drink gin. So, yeah, really. I've never had gin. Literally never had gin. Eleanor says gin and tonic is lovely. Oh, man, I'll have to add that to my list. Vodka first. Liam is right into the bokashi. Good stuff. We're talking composting, so yeah, good on Liam. I love it. I need to dig a patch for it tomorrow. By the way, in rugby land, apart from alcohol and compost talk, the Chiefs are a metre out from the Blues line. They absolutely need to score here before half time. Ross is just rejected. The ball spilled out the back. The Blues can't hack it away. The Chiefs have made a bit of a meal of that. It's going to be a knock on. It's going to be a knock on. James is a beer person, but you do like the occasional rum and coke. James, rum and coke used to be my drink. Absolutely. But my doctor actually told me to stop drinking rum. But only because he said, like, the way they make the molasses is gross. It was just like an anecdotal thing rather than a medical opinion. The aunties knows what up with drinking. Yeah, you're probably right. Russian vodka cocktail. But bourbon is still number one on your list. Fair enough. Randy's not an old lady. You drink the gin and tonic. Oh, we got TMO time. Do you like a good G&T? Britain's going through a gin frenzy. I think they've just banned, actually, Russian vodka over here because of the war. So, yeah. 2 shots rugby. Yeah, maybe. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is that Romano? For playing the ball on the ground? Yeah, it's Romano with a cheeky little hand on the ground. Oh, you can't be doing that. Rum and Coke gets flashbacks. Yeah, I never had too much problems with rum and Coke. That used to be just my standard drink. And then there was an Aussie guy who was a hardcore Tars fan when I was in China who used to always drink Jamesons while I was drinking rum and Coke. But then he would get a bit too tipsy and want to go hard on the old Jaeger bombs, and that's when things would get messy. But I was a bit older by that point. Anyway, Luke Romano, a cynical hand in the breakdown. So there you go. Paddy Wagon, long time no see, mate. Absolutely. 2009 Bulls against 2022 Crusaders. If the Bulls could train like the 2022 guys, probably the Bulls. But it's different. Totally different game. Huge Chiefs scrum. Wide pass, but that's straight to Bodie. They'll go back for the advantage. Lots of lovely sipping rum. See, I never did that, Alrane. I don't have the class. I just used to drink Bacardi mainly, actually. Bacardi or Captain Morgan with a bit of Coke. Or if I was out, because I'm a cheapskate, I would drink the house rum, whatever's their cheapest, basically. Jaeger's nasty, Victoria. You're right, but when you've got a over-friendly Australian mate who wants to keep on partying, then you do what you're gonna do. Peer pressure, huh? Espresso martini. I don't know what that is. Peter Gus is gonna go over. He's held up. He's held up. Held up. Gotta be held up. Gotta be held up. Bacardi, yes. We love Buckfast up in Scotland. I thought Scotland's all like the single malts. Like you guys do things properly, like Lafroig and what's that one, like Lagavulin or something. You guys do your single malts. Classy. That's held up. Yeah. Blues get out of jail again. Holding on. 2 cents chats about alcohol featuring Chiefs v Blues watch along. Sorry about that. I don't know why I was getting it. It's Ellen's fault. Ellen started it, I think. Glenn Fittich, there you go. Kia ora Carl, mate. How's it going? We are almost at halftime. Hoping my Blues can send the Chiefs into the sheds with 0 on the scoreboard. But the Chiefs are throwing the kitchen sink at the moment. I reckon the Aussies will be able to fend off the Super Rugby teams later on in the season. It's really hard to know, eh? Big V8 show, mate. Good to see you. I hope so. I hope it's like at least, a third of the wins to the Aussie teams. Uh-oh, here's trouble. Oh. Chiefs have got penalty advantage. We might be going to go to the bin here. Sugar. Knock. Cynical. It's 15v13. The Blues are playing league. I don't know, Ellard. You donated £10 and I thought I'll buy alcohol, and I asked what we're going to buy. You said vodka, and then the can of worms was open, so I'll lay the blame with you. Why not? Kakana, I don't know what New Zealand family vids are on YouTube. What are New Zealand family vids? Darren Wood is kind of wishing he didn't pick the Chiefs. Mate, 15v13. You got to be loving that pick. They're going to score for sure. Hoping I can commentate as curse the Chiefs. But unfortunately, the world doesn't revolve around me. Good tackle from Bodie. Come on, just get to halftime. Oh, another advantage, for goodness sake. What are you guys doing? Have I ever brewed my own? Only in high school, April Tui. Never brewed my own. Only in high school when we got to brew low alcohol, very low alcohol stuff, like 0.5% stuff. There's a YouTube channel called Your New Zealand Family, a family that lives on the town of Taupo. I think it's good. They upload frequently fam-themed videos. They're very good. Dan, mate, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is injured, but he's going to be back soon. Sinead and Hydra said to look up. Okay, I'm looking up. Here's trouble. Well done, Chiefs. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Aileron. That had to come, man. Had to come. Uh-oh. They want to look at it. Kakin and I've recently been watching a show called Bald and Bankrupt, where this Russian, not Russia, he's an English guy in Russia, walks around exploring and talking to people because he, did Offa use any hands? He's lost it over the line, and I think there's enough of a wrap there from Offa, maybe? Yeah, and he speaks Russian, so he talks to people and he gets a lot of vodka in him, actually. Oh, there's probably enough to give it, I think. Probably. Oh, not from that angle. Looks like he lost control, but I don't know. Bald is nuts, Victoria. You're right, man. He goes to like the areas around Chernobyl and does crazy stuff. Gets drunk with like homeless people in Moldova. Oh my goodness, the Blues survive. TMO'd for lost. Offer with the tackle. Lucky he got that hand into wrap as well. Bloody hell. Baldwin Bankrupt is great. Yeah, he's really funny. I only found his channel in the last few weeks, and I've been watching a lot of his stuff. It makes me think next time I go to China, I'll try and rip him off. I'll take my camera, and I'll wander around China and see if I can talk to some random locals and see if I can get drunk on Chinese alcohol. That'd be funny. But yeah, no, not Chernobyl currently. But anyway, I will see if Gaza has checked the CNA match report soon. Oh, the neighbor story, Junaid. Yes. The neighbor story. Basically, I will try to keep it kind of short. But basically, I live down a driveway. The driveway has 5 houses. So the first house is house A, which is like if you're coming in off the street, that's the closest one to the street. So everyone who's coming into houses B, C, D, and E will have to go past house A, right? House A has a grumpy lady living in it. She's like in her 50s. Not very friendly. She also owns house B, which is vacant, but she rents it out as like an Airbnb sometimes. And her mum lives there when she's in New Zealand, but it's vacant at the moment. So we got A at the end of the driveway, B is vacant, C is the one deepest in, alongside D. I'm in D, so I'm at the end of the driveway, and then there's another one, E, which is kind of opposite B, if you know what I mean. So it's 1, then there's 2, then 2. 1, 2, then 2. Every night after dinner, me and my kids play at the end of the driveway, my end of the driveway, for like 20 minutes, maybe half an hour with a ball, right? I've talked to it last time about like how I bounce the ball and my son catches it, like get him to do his high ball practice. We play a little basketball game, we play a little soccer game. And the kids, they laugh and they play, and if they get too excited, I'll settle them down. But you know, they play. Like, kids are noisy. No more noisy than if your neighbor mows the lawns or plays drums or has a party or anything like that, right? It's just kids playing. And it's like 20, 30 minutes because after the bed, play, then it's time to kind of clean rooms, get ready for shower and sleep because they go to bed pretty early. The other night, my daughter fell over and was crying for about 45 seconds pretty loud until we kind of settled her down. And then we kept playing, and my neighbor just comes out and she's like hands on hips, like not even a hello, just like, would you guys keep it down? Can't even hear the news. It's like this every bloody night, you guys playing, go to the park. You know, I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, give me a hello. Give me a excuse me. I was trying to watch the news and, you know, your kids were being a little bit noisy. Would you mind keeping it down? And I will give you, I'm so sorry. My daughter just fell over. She was crying. We're going to go inside in a few minutes, or, you know, we'll go out onto the street and play because I live at the end of a cul-de-sac anyway. So that's fine. But nah, man, she came out guns blazing. So I gave her guns blazing because she parks her car in the driveway. Like, everyone's got a carport, but she parks her car in the driveway because she's got a garage. She's the only one with a garage. But her garage is full of shit, so she doesn't park her car in the driveway. She kind of parks her car next to her garage, and it kind of half blocks the driveway. So I gave her shit about that, and we just had a big, long argument. I don't usually argue with people. I'm like the nicest guy. Honestly, I talked to the guy in E. I helped him submit his visa when he needed help. We talked to the people in E. They're a lovely couple. They recently gave my daughter some stuff to put in her hair. They don't have any kids, but like, we get on with them. I help them cut their trees down because I'm pretty tall. Just like lop some of the branches. We talked to the neighbors at the front on the left about their cat, and I helped the old Russian lady move her bins and stuff. Like, I'm a nice neighbor. There's another guy down the street. We gave him some baking, and he gave us some fish. That lady is just a bitch. Honestly. Yeah, Karen. Yes, you're absolutely right. Honest to God. I even said that to her, like, because she said one time when her mother was here, she said that the kids were being too noisy. She said that her mother had said that. I've talked to her mother, and I was like, your mother is lovely. We talk to her a lot. That guy's lovely. They're lovely. And she's like, well, I suppose I'm just a bitch, am I? And I'm thinking, yes, you are. You are a real bitch. Well, I'm nice. I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but she's a bitch. Honestly. Anyway. Sorry about that. I don't usually argue with people. My first reaction is always to apologize and be like, oh, sorry if I've inconvenienced you. You know, I will be nice. I'm the nicest guy. I'm the most modest guy as well, Mr. Big V8 Show. But, yeah, miserable, honestly, April Tui. She is miserable. She lives alone. She never has any visitors. She doesn't have any family around. She's just a miserable cow. I since heard from some of the neighbors that, like, the old Russian lady who lives at the front, she's got a little dog. Like, this old Russian lady is this old, frail lady. Apparently, she's had a go at her for her dog barking, and her dog's quiet. Her dog doesn't even make any noise. Like, it plays occasionally in the front yard, but she's just miserable. Miserable. Venting is done. Let's listen to some Gaza. He's already sent 5 minutes worth of messages, so I'll put that on while I go to grab a beer.
So here we go again, McMurray. That was a fair try. He didn't touch the touchline. He grounded the ball. So, you know, we've got Williams now, who I dreaded refereeing this game. The TMO. You know, they're gutless to try and overturn it. At least they have the guts to do it in rugby league. But rugby, man, they've got to, you know, let the ref make the final decision. If TMO doesn't think it's a try and the ref thinks it's a try, fair enough. It's a try. Anyway, McMurray, we got the Williams, the Pickerel, the O'Keefe, maybe Fiasco. Anyway, enough of that. 5 out of 10 for Williams, 10 out of 20. Another bloody New Zealand referee doesn't know what he's doing.
Referees, God, man. Come on, Gaza.
Heaven help us. Okay, McMurray, g'day to your subscribers, support Mark's Rugby channel.
That's good.
He's doing a really good job.
Oh.
Hello, subscribers, how you doing? Hope you guys are all COVID-free in New Zealand. Yeah, it's coming down, we're doing well. Well, this game, we got a couple of yellow cards. Yeah, they were probably justified. I don't have a problem with the ref of that. But, boy, I'll tell you what, the referee in this country ain't what it used to be. It ain't as good as Europe. It ain't even good as Australia.
Still going on.
And that's saying a lot. From the Rugby Bible with no pages. As my old deceased mate Lewis Barton used to say, well, sorry I have to disagree with him on this. It's not a bad game. I mean, the Boos, yeah, they deserve to lead. They got the only try. Yep. Will the Chiefs come back? Probably. Will the Blues beat the Crusaders? Probably not. I've got another bitch around too, guys. Naming guys and team, and then them pulling out, you know, with COVID or injuries at the last minute. Well, if they're going to do that, let's give us a reason why they're doing it. Just about all the teams have done it in New Zealand at the moment. And, you know, the rugby talkback is saying, you know, if these guys are pulling out at the last minute, at least tell us why. Don't keep it a top rugby secret. That's just blimmin' stupid. You know, we're not a kindergarten. As Tata Umaga said, we're not playing tiddlywinks. Get serious and tell us why they're not playing. That's another one that rugby scribes in this country are up in arms about on Rugby Talkback. Anyway, yeah, I hope everybody's well overseas and doing well in the COVID crisis cloud world. Yes, McMurray, you're doing a good job with your rugby channel.
Take that. Keep
up the good work. Your subscribers love you, which is great. This game, well, it's different to the Crusaders Hurricanes game. Yeah, it's a bit scrappy, it's a bit messy, it's had its moments. People are missing their chances.
Maybe listen before.
Isn't it a team? Well, I don't know, there's not too many. Anton let a Brown went off, looks like he's going to be out for a while. We have Shannon Frizzell and Selby Rickett out, two now. And Quinton Strain from the Crusaders, so there's a few injuries floating around there. So interesting to see what Foster does with the All Blacks. Yeah, last but not least, I'll give you a full-time report, McMurray. The Chiefs might come back. The Blues will probably win this because just in the bizarre circumstances of the game. It's not a great game. It's an okay, all right, good game, but nothing classic, eh? Now, we're just going to get on to Foster. Stephen Ian Foster and his new assistants, Mike Cron and Andrew Strawbridge. Is that a good move? Well, Mike Cron is. That's a good move. I like him coming back to help the props with Joe Schmidt and that. Andrew Strawbridge, well, he's a typical Waikato man. He was really with the Chiefs when they won in 2013 and 2012. He's a good man. Is he up to All Black coaching standards? Well, we'll see. Personally, he's close, but not close enough. Anyway, I'll give you a full-time report, Rick Murray. Gazamania, Roger Mania, over and out. See you soon, subscribers.
Right, well, that was interesting. Yeah, it doesn't take him long to get onto the refs. So, yeah, there you go. Junaid said maybe I should listen to the messages before I play them. Nah, it's alright. It's alright. Gaza has never been one to hold back. That is certainly the case. May he never change. Turnover conceded is kind of high in this game. I'm just quickly looking at the halftime stats before we get to halftime. Well, being done, because then the stats will change. All right. Yes, and he was, wow, what was up with that, Victoria? He was saying, I'm doing such a great job. What a man. What a man. Yes, so Craig also has a version of the miserable neighbor. They screamed at your missus. That's just not nice. Honestly, man, just be polite. That's twice she's done it to me. The first day we moved in, when we were cleaning the house, the kids were running riot because it was a new place. She just came in and blew me away that day, and I was sorry. I was like, right, okay, kids are not normally like this. And, like, she doesn't have any kids. She doesn't have a partner. She doesn't have nobody here. And I was like, how would you, like, she's like, your kids are so loud. And I'm like, man, I know what annoying kids sound like. Like, they're loud, because kids playing is loud, but I know what annoyingly loud kids are like, and my kids aren't that bad. You know what I mean? Like, you go to McDonald's or something, and you see that one kid who's just crazy. My kids aren't that bad. She's like, well, I work at a hospital. I know what kids are normally like. I'm like, bro, you comparing kids playing at home to kids in a freaking hospital? What are you, a moron? Anyway, I'm not going to talk about her anymore. Trivia question. No, we already did that one. A new bottle of beer. Here we go. What did All Black... Who? Can't read that. It's got beer on it. What did All Black Jimmy Duncan wear when he played? This is a random one. I never even heard of him. All Black Jimmy Duncan wear when he played. Jimmy Duncan. A condom. Apparently not. Speedos. Apparently not. Alaran says a hat, which is correct, but not specific enough for what the beer bottle cap suggests. It is a kind of hat. A beanie. Junaid gets the word we were looking for, but I'll give that to Alaran as well. So, there you go. There you go. What else did we need to catch up on? I think Gazza may have been drinking, actually, based on his wee rant. Maybe he's been in with the old vodka or something. Yes. April Tui said she had a neighbour do that on moving day. She said she didn't do it again. We had someone next door with a nightmare kid Put outside when he wouldn't stop screaming, never complain once. I said that to this lady. I don't mean to go on about it, but we've got a neighbour who drums. I got a neighbour at the back. You would have heard them when they let their jungle of a lawn grow. They don't cut it for like 4 months, and then they cut it for like 6 hours. I don't say shit. Like, live and let live, man. There's other things to worry about, let alone what noise someone's making for a short part of your life. Anyway, Ellen, what did you say before? You've got some trivia for me? If you do a trivia question, if you get it right, you can give us 5 squids. Go on, mate. What's your challenge? What's your challenge? Second half is underway, by the way. 40 minutes and 22 seconds into the second half. Remember, it's 15 against 13 with the Blues. 3.5 minutes on Romano's cards, 6.5 on knock. So the Blues need to just run that clock down. The old man's just enjoying his team in the game. Yeah, fingers crossed though. He just doesn't enjoy the refs. Rayhana takes the mark. Well done. People are odd, Jules. They are. All of my other neighbours are golden. So, there you go. What does that say? What does that say? I only complained about a neighbour when they tried to bash our door down while threatening us with our baby inside. You had to call the police. Bloody hell. That's worth complaining about. That one. Which team ended the season with the highest points differential in Super Rugby? If you get the nearest... So you want to know what was the highest points differential in Super Rugby history? Or you want to know which team? A ref exists, Gaza, so you have chosen death, the cabbage patch. Basically, mate. I say this again. He's the guy who used to get sent away out of a club rugby game when he would yell at him. So, yeah. My neighbour's 4 kids have just demolished my fence, but we get on no big arguments. There you go. Honestly, yeah. Live and let live. The Chiefs have been playing not their best rugby, Jules. And the Blues haven't been playing fantastic. They've just been better enough. From the year 2000, what was the team and what was the points difference? Team with the best points difference. I want to say Crusaders because that just seems like the obvious answer. But is that too obvious? The Bulls had a good team in that time. Who else had a really cracking season where they just demolished everybody? Maybe not the Crusaders. I'll just say Crusaders because that's probably too obvious, but and yeah, points difference of a couple hundy, 350. There you go. There's the guess. 350 might be a bit exaggerated, but I remember back in the day, sometimes they used to win games by like 80 points. Romano's about to come back on. Nice Food says Brumbies. Leeway says Chiefs. The Tars. 2014 with 209. You're a Tarsman, so I should have known that. Yeah, 350 felt a bit big. Oh man, really, the Tars? really? The Tars. Aileron's not happy with the Chiefs. Yeah. Why are they kicking the ball when they got 2 extra players, Aileron? Bro, if you can't find the space, something's wrong. They should make a cocktail named after each team in Super Rugby, each drink being as strong as the team in their last match. Auckland Blue would be a grain alcohol. One weekend of water the next. Fair enough. Sinead's saying to watch up. Sweet lineup move coming from the Chiefs, maybe? The Blues actually contest. How the hell did he get through there? Was there obstruction? Because he ran into his own player. You gotta check. You gotta check the obstruction. Because he basically ran into somebody. Potential obstruction, says the ref. Yeah. Potential obstruction. Man, Paul Williams is very low-key tonight, eh? He's very subdued. Yeah, you can't give that. Surely that's an American football play. Surely you can't give that one. I'm a Blues fan, I'm biased, but come on. Another one chalked off. I've got a pick in the Urios O'Gara fight. I'll probably the big Frenchman. He used to be a hooker or something, right? Against the 10. All day. All day. And indeed that try has been chalked off. Sorry, Aileron, mate. 1 minute left on the yellow card. Yeah, they just kind of mucked that up a little bit, eh? Just slightly off the money. Chiefs playing like the Force last night. Oh man, Jules, the Force last night were very frustrating. The penalty count in that first half, I think, is what killed them. Plus the goal kicking, eh? Just came back from Galway at 2 a.m. last night after 8 hours drinking. Poor game from Leicester, but they got the job done. Well done, James, mate. Goodness me. That's commitment. Good to see the Blues players wearing Blues-themed underwear. Gonna put the big up and under. Oh, there's been a knock on by the Chiefs. Go Robinson, he's in touch. That's the end of the yellow card though. O'Gara's Irish, I suppose that's a factor. Aileron's blood pressure's not enjoying this. Yeah. I'm sitting here kind of semi-comfortable. Chiefs are 1 score away from making me very uncomfortable. Brad Weber with the wee block on Talia, but he's entitled to hold his spot. Still faffing about, waiting to get the players back before we can have a scrum. Some revered coaches in the boxes. Sanjeeva, mate. Yeah. Gatland. Schmidt. Jules says Galway is a great place to drink. 2 years there. A lot of hangovers in young years. I never knew that about you, Jules, before you headed back to Western Australia. Goodness me, you learn something every day. Oh, Rando, sorry about your result. Good game, though. Big Blue scrum. If I failed to mention that we are back to 15 apiece now. Chiefs have got turnover ball, though. Come on, Pedofeta. Boots a ball. Hey. Just over Bryn Gatland's head. Nana Satura. How's his big left boot? It's alright. Bodie. Too big? Satyrs fan, I cannot say I picked the Blues over the Satyrs at the moment. The Crusaders haven't looked... Ooh, has he judged that perfectly? No, it's out. The Crusaders haven't looked convincing, but they're getting the results. Those of you who aren't from New Zealand, Australia, how did you come to support your Super Rugby team? Yeah, good question. Whoever says they started following the Blues because of me gets a gold star. It's funny though, Victoria, you're asking Junaid why he's from Papatoetoe and he's supporting the Crusaders. Because the Blues have been bad for such a long time. I've met a few young people especially who don't support the Blues, who are from Auckland. I was buying toys once for Christmas at a toy shop here. And this guy was like, hey, you're the guy from the rugby thing. And I was like, oh yeah, bro, how's it going? Which team do you follow? And he's like, oh, the Canes. And I was like, oh, are you from Wellington? He's like, nah, I'm from, I can't remember where he was from. But I was like, come on, man. Traitorous ways. Gotta support your local boys. Craig's reason, sorry, Old Man Willie Boy's reason for supporting the Highlanders actually makes a lot of sense. Jackson started following the Blues because of Mark. Happy days. Happy days. Victoria picked hers through Milk Top stickers. Is that out on the full again? Come on, Blues. You're making your job hard for yourselves here. Yeah, I think I supported the... Before the Warriors were in existence, I used to support the Sydney Roosters in the NRL because I got a packet of like NRL trading cards with a packet of gum, and it had the front, like each card was a player, right? But one of the one of the cards was a logo for the team. So it's like, oh, here goes Talia. Go Rico, bro, he's fast. Go Rico, go. Oh, he can't just make it. He was actually caught. That's unbelievable. Nana Satura's got the wheels. Cross kick for Robinson. It's too big, Bodie. What a try. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? That looked like it was too big, but Big Red gets there. Big Red. Big Red. Oh my gosh. Robinson looks shattered after that one. The commentator just said he's buggered. Wow. Unbelievable. Elron's more than annoyed. That was an amazing try though, man. Yeah. You got to appreciate that one. Can the Blues blow an 18-0 lead though? They could, certainly. I've seen it done. Blues are going well. How long do they have to collapse, Craig, mate? They can do it. My Blues have done it time and time again. Now, while April's here talking about a garden, let me just add, I've got some lettuces growing out the front. And what a kick. Bloody hell, 20 points to 0. I'll update the score. Randomly, I composted some like remains of pumpkins, which included the seeds, and I've got pumpkins growing. So yeah, totally random. Anthony, mate, it's been an interesting game. Neither side has absolutely gotten on top, but certainly the Blues have taken a couple of chances. The Chiefs have had 2 tries chalked off. They had 15 on 13 for a while when the Blues had 2 yellow cards. The Chiefs couldn't score a point, obviously. But the Blues did score their first try when the Chiefs had a man in the bin, so yeah, go figure. I don't think the Blues have been 20 points to 0 better than the Chiefs. It's just, yeah, they've been able to convert some chances. Around now is when they tend to fall apart, says Allard, and he is not wrong. All your teams do it, old man Willie boy. Yeah. See, I kind of get the balance of the All Blacks, who are generally very consistent and win the majority of their games, and then the Blues, who pretty much inevitably find a way to shit the bed. Excuse my language. Yeah, time on the clock is 56 minutes and 5 seconds. Pumpkin grown out of the compost heap is the Americans is the best way. Also, I put a bunch of compost down, and all the sunflower seeds that must have been sitting in my soil from the last lot of sunflowers I grow have sprouted a whole new round of sunflowers. I've had to pull some of them out because they're taking up too much space. Don't have much space. Need to save some room for the veggies. Chiefs are going to live. Chiefs need a score here, and then it's game on. Chiefs have got advantage, Alaram. What are they going to do, mate? why are the Chiefs so often? Oh, they've just knocked it on at kind of key times. The odd bad pass. I don't think they're not terrible, but just like that pass was rotten. It's like one pass spoiling the whole thing. Star Leo, mate, how's it going? This feels like it should be more of a ding-dong battle, but the Chiefs just can't do it. That's pretty much it. It feels like it's a ding-dong battle, but the Chiefs just aren't getting the points. My son planted some seeds on the balcony. Super purple chronic. Yeah. See how they grow. I think you need to get rid of the male ones, though. Keep the females. I think's how that works. Can the Chiefs score from this lineup? The Blues don't contest. More defense. Holding. 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 Oh, they've peeled away, but no. It's close. Advantage. The Blues are going to lose another man to the bin, man. Oh, So Cool has knocked it on. Ref says, I'm not tackling you, to Putika So Cooler. The Blues need to be very careful. Yes, Darleo, at least it was an entertaining game. That Crusaders Canes game was genuinely a proper good game, back and forth the whole way. Edgy as seat stuff. Not that that's much consolation to you, but there you go. Maul is still stalled. Come on, Serif, tell him to use it. As the first user. Come on, then use it. You gotta use it, it's going nowhere. Here we go. Get to the backs. There's space, there's space. Oh, and the pass is a stinker. The pass is an absolute stinker. Time check, Craig, 59:55. Too big. Yeah, the right play. They made the space, and the pass was not there. God damn is right. The execution is just not there. But could I see the Chiefs scoring 3 tries in 10 minutes? Easy. They've got 20. They could probably do it in 5. So, yeah. With the Blues, you don't count nothing as in the bank. Hey, Taiwan cricket. I will not out your identity in case people don't remember. How's it going, man? Good weather in Taiwan? Jamie says, I feel like all the teams I support are just entertaining losers. Well, it's better than boring losers, I guess. Cucamelon. I've honestly never heard of cucamelon. April Tui. That sounds like a bizarre combination. Tia Tia's going to have a run. And he's driven back. Tupaya's brought down Rico with a tackle. Good weather in Taiwan. And yeah, I know it's you, Grant. Last time you gave me stick for outing your true identity. Anyway. been good weather here as well, actually. Really nice. Taiwan won 2 sevens games in Thailand. No way. Do you know, Grant, that apparently there's some park in Taiwan which has a bunch of old Chiang Kai-shek statues? As that guy's like, I guess, kind of getting cancelled as time goes by. There's one park that accepts all his old statues and they put them all together. You should go there. Hey, rugby passes here dropping in. You missed the alcohol conversation earlier, but this is a weird game, rugby pass. Good to see you. Sorry, Grant, mate, to reveal your secret identity. You'll have to create a third account. Come on, Blues. You gotta hold. Please. We haven't had any attack for ages. Hydra says, Sinead says to look up. Tell me it's a Blues intercept to go length of the field. Because we're under the pump here. We're absolutely under the pump. It feels like it's almost inevitable. Greasy, not the game you're expected. Oh, it's going to be a card. It's going to be a card. Oh, no. Marcel Renato has just got yellow carded. Worst Chiefs game I've seen in a while because the Blues ain't playing good either, says George. Yeah, neither team is doing anything that flash. The Blues have scored one cracking one, and they punished them when they had the yellow card earlier. The Chiefs have had 2 chalked off, so yeah. Four yellows in the one game, Junaid. That is it. Chenko was some geezer. His missus was a character. Yeah, I'll have to have a read up about him because I don't know that much about him. There's a Taiwan game against Thailand in 24 minutes. Commentate that if this is too boring. You've got a YouTube link. It's my Blues, man. I'm not leaving for nobody, I'm afraid. Can the Blues hold on? Or will things go to custard is the question. What's happening with the Rebels, Anthony? They're starting to click. They're no longer looking absolutely directionless. They actually look like they've got a plan now. But I still think they should have lost yesterday, but the penalty count was what killed the Force and their goal kicking. Country before club, yeah, fair enough. Let's at least reset the scrum once. We got to eat up this yellow card. Junaid says to look up, which is ominous again. They absolutely need to score now. Surely, Chiefs. Blindside, 3-on-2. No, Satsuro, not going to catch him. He's over. Well worked. They needed that. That's a try, surely. It was 3v2. You had to score that one. They did a good effort with the tackle, but nah, he's all good. Nowhere near touch from that angle. Unless there's an arm. Nah, he's good as gold. Oh wait, the ball was in the air. Was the ball in the air? That might. Or was it? Bro, that's closer than it needed to be. He needed to just keep that ball on the ground. Why did he lift it up? Why did he lift it up? Why wouldn't you just keep the ball down? I mean, it's as close as it gets. There's one frame in it. Holy crap, that is unlucky. That's the third one. Oh my god. Bro. Like, we got our pockets stacked with get out of jail free cards at the moment. Wow. I mean, that's unlucky, but he probably should have just kept the ball on the ground. He kind of lifts it to force it, but you don't need to do that. But yeah, I think it's the right call, but on-field try, that's a harsh one to overturn. I don't know. Looked like it was simultaneous. Yeah, I would have thought that's one that goes down to whatever the on-field call was personally, but oh man, it's hard for me to criticize that as a Blues fan. For Tuanga Fussie's hurt now, so it's essentially 15-30 and again. No, he's back up. American Blues Rugby. Hey, man. How's it going? Absolutely. Long time no see. It's 20-0 to the Blues, but the Chiefs have had 3 tries chalked off. Frickin' Blues have walked away from a murder scot-free. Still enough time for the Chiefs to win this L run, mate. Jacobson, they got numbers. Dodging some bullets. Absolutely. They're making the tackles, and the Chiefs just keep knocking it on, Chiefs. What are you doing? Bodie. 50-22? 50-22? Nah, it's going too big. It's going to go too big. It's going to go too big. Oh, thank goodness Rotomaitavuki Nipkins is there to put a bit of pressure on him. Blues D is holding on for grim death. Uh-oh. Tuanga Fussie's going off. Hopefully we don't have a scrum. Hurricanes game has left some scars. Yeah, I'd rather be like 22 points up than 20. As long as we don't have a scrum, I think the Blues can keep 14 on the field. I don't think we need to go down to 13 unless there's a scrum. Or am I mistaken? What the hell's going on? Blues D is very strong, Michael. They've been phenomenal tonight, absolutely. Drop goal, drop goal, drop goal. Oh, off the post! No! No. Oh, if we had that, that might have been game. If we had that, that might have been game. Honestly. It was a bloody nice kick. It was well struck for sure. Wow, what a tackle from Rico. Unbelievable. What was AJ Lamb? Oh, it just bent, hey, that drop goal. Bloody hell. Uncontested, don't we have to go down to 13? Or am I wrong? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the Blues have still got 14 on the field. I don't know the rules. This game's too complicated. What happened to Italy? Italy had to go to 13. We've seen other games where that's happened. Channeling Sean Johnson. I didn't see that, but I did hear the Warriors won it in Golden Point. Only if it was due to foul play. Okay, so because Renata is off for blood. But then the Italians had a guy injured. And then the second guy was off for foul play. I don't understand. I'll look up the laws later. I hate reading the laws though. Warriors 3-game winning streak, longest streak ever. Still 4 minutes on this card. Italy's second. Italy lost second hooker was a red card, and the first one was injured. So just because it was the other way around? So if it had been the first guy gets red carded, the second guy gets injured, they get to keep 14? That seems kind of weird. Hard to watch as a Chiefs fan. I will bet. As Aileron said, 3 yellow cards so far, no points. Tia, he's too quick. Talia with the tackle, and what was that pass? Why did you do that? Bro, you can probably just hold that. I'm sure he wasn't going to touch, but anyway, she's got the ball back. It don't matter. Come on, Chiefs. You need to score one. You can't be none from 3 yellow cards. Bro. Yeah, Chiefs are getting a... Oh, no. Yeah. The Blues could get a bonus point win. Surely not, though. 10 minutes to go. Can the Chiefs get 3 converted tries? I'm starting to believe, folks, that the Blues are going to win. Those might be famous last words. Two minutes left on the yellow. Chiefs look lost. Pretty bad. 3 points despite 3 yellows. Yeah, I think the average April 2 is around about 7. I think it's something like home teams usually score 7, away teams usually score 5. That's the average for points during the extra man. So 0 from 3 is well below. Alright, oh man, Willie boy, mate, drive safe, don't rush. Better to be late than dead. Very excited for Crusaders Blues. Neither has looked that convincing. Oh, Blues with the penalty advantage. Kick this in this game. Absolutely kick this in this game. Oh, my sister-in-law asks me, do you want any Chiefs gear? Chiefs merch for your channel. What? She's in Chiefs Central? What? I didn't even know Exeter had an airport though, to be honest. Do you want any Chiefs merch? Come on, phone. You can do it. Open up my sister-in-law's message. No. Oh. Do you want any Chiefs merch for YouTube channel? I'm in the heart of it at the moment. Okay. Not if you have to pay for it. Laughing face. Yeah, sister-in-law, my brother's wife. That makes sense, right? The sister-in-law. Just say yes. Nah, she has to pay for it. She'll send me the bill. Blues going for the bonus point. Ricky, go son. Blues legend, Ricky Riccatelli. Blood Dragon says the Blues have got this one. It's looking more and more convincing. Junaid says to watch out. What's going to happen here? Tutu's looking a bit knackered. Go Blues, get a wide. There it is, there it is, there it is. And that's how you score. Bro, how do they make that look that easy? Bonus point for the moment anyway. Bodie Barrett with the wide pass. Hell, mate, you don't have to worry about that. I'll tell my sister. Up the Blues, but yeah, Blues doing really well. Scored during the yellow card, the Chiefs yellow card. Unbelievable. How are they the team finding the space? It doesn't make sense. Blues have had bugger all ball this half, but yeah, they got the points. Yeah, and James, you're right. It's not like the Chiefs have been bad. The Chiefs have been a few centimeters away from 3 tries, right? I mean, to be fair, the obstruction one was a bit crap. I don't think that one gets anywhere near it, but the other two were so close. I could find some scattered used flags. There will be lots after a loss. Yeah. He's missed that one. 0 points to 25. Someone said, when was the last time the Chiefs were nilled? I don't know. But so far, the Chiefs are on the road to a nil. Don't overload yourself if you do pick something up. To my sister-in-law. That's very nice of her. No cowbells for the conversion this time. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a few fans are making their way to the car park. Chiefs have got a penalty. Sully, mate, long time no see. Cyprus at the moment or somewhere else? Believe it or not, the Blues are winning away from home 25-0 in a game which feels more like, I don't know, 25-20. 25-18 maybe. But yeah, it's definitely game over. I have to wear this shirt more often. If the Blues can maintain the bonus point, that would just be bonkers. Oh, he's going to get yellow carded for a knock on, isn't he? Oh, 2 hands, he's safe. Okay, Blues escape another yellow. You wanted the Blues to thrash your opponents, you said in your preview vid. They got it. I don't usually get it. I say it a lot. I never get it. But, oh well, I'll take it for sure. If they can keep the bonus point. Leroy's already in the car. Later, Hamilton. Oh, man. 2 hands. Yeah, I suppose. I swear they lack a bit of consistency with that law. Like, I watched the Women's Six Nations and some one-handed ones got nothing. They were like, that's genuine. And I was like, okay. One-handed, not really that likely attempt to get the ball was still genuine, but I don't know. Don't know. What's going on with the Chiefs? Yeah, some key mistakes, eh? Key mistakes at key times. Some chalked off tries due to very close decisions. I don't think it's a 25-0 scoreline in actuality, but yeah. You picked the Blues. I picked the Chiefs. I couldn't bring myself to pick the Blues. Not since they lost to the Sunwolves at home have been more pissed with an effort. That's a tough one for your boys, mate. I got my wish. I wish I win Lotto as well, but that doesn't usually happen. That last play just sums up the Chiefs' night, doesn't it? James put money on the Blues at the TAB, paying off. Good man. Good man. My money was on Crusaders to win, Leinster to win. I need Exeter to win. I need the Brumbies to win. And I need Harlequins to win, but they're away in France. I did give Harlequins a point start, so that's my long... I need 4 out of 5, so far I'm 2 out of 5. Well, so far I'm 2 from 2 in games that have been played. Kick it out. Kick it out. Is that not out? Why the frick would you not kick that out, you bloody moron? I know you've been good all game, but come on, man. Why risk losing the bonus point? Okay. Well, the Chiefs are just going to be Chiefs, so there you go. It doesn't make a difference. Anyway, wow. That's a weird game. That's a very weird game. 25-0 LRM, man. I'm sorry for your Chiefs. They've been nilled. That's bizarre. That is bizarre. It's definitely... I still think the Blues, just because they finished their chances, probably deserve to win that one, but certainly not by 25 points to 0. Congratulations on the team's win. Cheers, April Tui. I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. Alaron says because the Chiefs were shite. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Time for the Taiwan game. Off to sow the cucamelons. Let us know how they go. April Tui. Hang your head in shame. Yeah, effing nil. That's a, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just a weird one. I'm still not sure where the Blues are at based on that performance, but certainly some encouraging signs. Oh. What does that say? Bloods. Grant, what does that mean, Bloods? Is that like a Crips and Bloods thing? Do you want the Gaza full-time summary before we go? Go on then. Gaza's sending me messages.
Yeah, g'day McMurray. Pretty bizarre game. Was he 25 points to this game? No, not really.
Fair call.
Blues deserve to win. The 2 tries disallowed, both of them are pretty marginal. Probably one was okay. The last one was definitely probably not. The other one he got, well, maybe. Both marginalised, but, you know, Williams, slightly better than Pickerel, but, you know, only by a hair's breadth. He's another one who wants to be the star in the game and penalties and not knowing what to do with the breakdown and the offside rule and all the rest of it's going. The technical rugby laws going on with no flexibility. Yeah. I give him a 5 1/4 out of 10 and a 10.5 out of 20, and that's been generous. Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, I should say this. Cheers to Grant, by the way, for saying the Blues. That's very kind of you, mate. I appreciate that. Second message. This one.
Right, Bowden Barrett. I mean, you know, Bowden's got to be our first 5 week. You know, he's world class, isn't he? Well, if he's not world class, he's pretty close. You know, he had a really good game. Stephen Pettiford had a good game. The forwards went well. Nobody played badly in the back line. Talia played well. Lamb played well. You know, the Rick Ariani played well. They did nothing wrong. Now the Chiefs, I feel a bit sorry for them because they, you know, was a pretty bizarre game. Well, I thought the first one was pretty bizarre, but this one was even more bizarre. Yeah, I felt a bit sorry for the Chiefs. I thought they played reasonably well on most of the game, and the 70 minutes, you know, if they had got those tries, they would have been in it. Did the Blues deserve to win? Yes. Did they win deserve to win by so much? No. But, you know, that's it. Right.
Just say a quick thank you. American Blues Rugby, cheers for that. Yes. Good to see you back in. Thank you, mate. And yes, Junaid, 5.25 out of 10. Gaz's scoring system is bizarre. Sometimes it's out of 20. I don't know what's up. He's got one more. Here we go.
But, you know, that's the game, son. Bonus point saved, so we got a bonus point. That's all good for us. Will we beat the Crusaders? No, I'm still not convinced we will. Will the Chiefs bounce back? Well, I don't know. They got a few injuries now. I mean, they pulled guys out before the start of the game.
He's got another one
which
as well.
we've already talked about. And they got a bit of depth. We know that. Who played well for the Chiefs? Weber, Sakula, Kane, they all did well.
See you, nice food, mate.
Sir you know, Sanai Saturo, he played well. Chase Tia played all right. You know, they didn't play badly. They just didn't get the rub of the green. How far will they go in this competition? Well, we know they're going to go. We know the Chiefs are going to go to Australia and win a lot of games like New Zealand teams, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
All New Zealand teams will do well in Australia, mate. That's my first prediction.
Right.
But, you know,
Right. Alan, mate, cheers for the points differential. Save some money, man. You're going to need that when you're out of your isolation. But cheers, man. Appreciate that. Bro, he's just sent me another 2 messages. Are we going to finish these off? And another 5 squids. Goodness, man. You don't need to do that. It's too much, man. But thank you. Appreciate it. Here we
well,
go.
they don't make the playoffs. Well, there's 8 out of 12, so they should.
See you, Jack, man. Guess I'm still going.
Yeah, if I was McMillan and Gatlin and Randall and Hill and that, I'd be a little bit miffed at this game. I think the referee, well, I thought he was a bit hard on the Chiefs.
Back to the ref.
I don't think he's that hard on the Blues.
How about the handling, Gizza?
Even though the Blues looked at him and were a bit confused by some of the things Williams was saying.
Three yellow cards,
At least
Gizza.
the Chiefs, from what I could see from their body language, seemed to understand what was going on.
3 yellow cards. Hard on the
yeah, they're
Chiefs.
not that bad a team, the Chiefs. I mean, they'll bounce back. Yeah, just one of those bizarre games, son, where you can't say much, and we won by 25. It could have been a lot more. We had got that drop goal and conversion. So, yeah, that's about that. Hey, what about that? Yeah.
Ella, the Tars aren't playing. Tars are on the bye. The last game is the Brumbies and the Drua. We're probably not going to do that one, but I'll get myself some vodka. We'll do some vodka next week if we're keen. If my neighbour pisses me off, we'll probably do a vodka. We got one more Gaza message. Here we go.
Last but not least, so the Blues going to beat the Crusaders. If you want my honest rugby opinion, no. Probably surprised me, yes.
What does that mean?
The Blues have had a lot of, they've played Mana Pacifica twice, so they're in a good space at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Are they going to make the semis? Definitely. Will they make the final? Well, let's see. Let's see how we go. They got Bowden to put a fiddle there and not too many injuries in the forwards. They'll do well. Chiefs, are they a talented team? Yes. Are they well coached? Yes. They just didn't get the rub of the green. So, did they take their chances? Well, they tried, but that first one by Tuakolo was definitely a try. Yeah. No doubt about it.
So cool. Oh, not so cool. Tokiaho.
Anyway, I love you, Olivia. Say goodbye to your subscribers for me. Love you.
Oh, that's abruptly gone. All right. Well, I agree with a fair bit of what Gaza said. Not quite everything. I would say, man, Chiefs needed to score at least some points during those yellow cards. But anyway, Blues' defense was pretty rock solid. They were unlucky with a couple of those TMOs. Those were pretty marginal ones. Yes, Gaza's he stopped now. So there we go. There we go, folks. Cheers for everybody for no chat on the yellows. I don't understand it either. It's why not give the Blues a bit of credit for the rock solid defense, or maybe the Chiefs a bit of grief for failing to capitalize with the extra player. I don't know, but anyway, yes, get a head off. See what the missus is up to. And then there's a ton of rugby on for me tomorrow as well, because the European games are all being played too. So it's going to be a busy one. You guys all take care of yourselves. It was really nice to see you all. We chatted alcohol. We chatted gardening. We chatted my grumpy neighbour. Gazza popped in via the phone, and we had a couple of beers. Cheers for everybody. It's been fun, and hopefully we can do this at some point again in the future. Cheers, everybody. Enjoy the Taiwan Sevens game. Grant, mate. Everybody, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon.